Hello, welcome to Random Tech Info. So today we're talking about the Latercase. Now, I've never actually done a phone case review before, although I own enough that I certainly could have. But I felt like if I was going to do one, if any of them deserved a review, it was this one. And that is because of the controversy that surrounded this case when it was released at the end of last year. Now, I know controversy isn't something we normally associate with phone cases, but this product had some nonetheless. For those of you who don't know, this case is being sold and developed by Lou from Unbox Therapy and the podcast Lou Later, hence the name of the case, the Latercase. Numerous sources, including Front Page Tech and Travis MPC, accused Lou of basically just directly ripping this case off from another company called Pitaka. He was accused of deleting his Pitaka phone case reviews from Unbox Therapy right before his case was released, and he was even accused of just buying a bunch of cases off of Alibaba and then basically just rebranding them, jacking up the price, and trying to sell them. Things actually got pretty ugly. Ultimately, Lou did wind up responding to this controversy and pretty much laid everything to rest. His explanations for his actions were very eloquent, and even a lot of his critics who originally came out kind of accusing him of these things kind of rescinded their claims and basically said they may have jumped the gun a little bit. In any case, the Latercase is still alive and well today, and we're going to review it. First off, one of the coolest things about the Latercase is the variety of cases that they have and the vast number of phone SKUs that they cover. A lot of phones like Pixels and OnePlus don't get a lot of love from other phone case manufacturers, but they get the love here. Having a look at the description of the case on the Latercase website, you will see that they claim they use authentic Kevlar fibers that are hand-laid by skilled craftsmen, precision formed to fit your phone, and then laser cut to perfection. Now, I'm no Kevlar expert, and I certainly haven't seen any videos of anybody hand-laying any fibers, but these are very similar claims that other phone case manufacturers make about these type of cases, so I guess it's legit. But at the end of the day, I'm not even sure how much that actually matters. What matters is, will this $39 phone case actually do its job? And talk about its job we will. I've been using the Latercase for over a month now, and I have a lot of thoughts about this case actually. So it came in this very unassuming white box here, which is kind of weird because it's Lou's phone case and he's an unbox specialist. So you'd think the unboxing experience would have been a little fancier, but whatever, it's a box, who cares? So I open up and it's upside down. Excellent. So when I opened up this box, it came with this nifty little carbon fiber cloth. As you can see, I've never actually used, and it just came with the case sitting on this little sponge or styrofoamy little bed here. So as this is a phone case, the first thing I thought we should grade this thing on is its protection. How well does it protect your phone? And you're probably wondering to yourself why we're outside. Well, the reason is, when I first got this thing, I was immediately struck by just how thin the case was, and I questioned just how well it would actually protect my phone. In fact, I remember thinking to myself specifically, man, I sure hope I don't drop this thing when it's on my phone. Well, unfortunately, the very first night I had it, I did drop it, and I wanted to show you kind of the circumstances for which that happened. So I was sitting out on a patio, not too dissimilar from this one, and I'm going to show you the ground here real quick. It was a concrete patio, so the phone landed corner first, I might add, onto this, to a very similar surface to this, and it fell when I was sitting down. So I was sitting like this, so it fell out of my pocket. I was pulling it out of my pocket when I dropped it, and it fell and hit the ground corner first. So what is that, 1.5 feet, 2 feet? I dropped it, and the phone did survive. Now, while the phone survived undamaged, the case did not. The case actually got some pretty heavy scuffs on the corner that it landed on. But interestingly enough, over time, those scuffs have kind of diminished, and I wish I would have actually taken like a picture of the case right after I dropped it to show you the damage, so I can kind of do a then and now comparison. But the case almost has this self-healing property to it, that over time that scuff has gotten kind of smoothed back out, and the case looks basically undamaged at this point. I don't know if that's a feature of other carbon fiber cases or not, but it's definitely a feature of this one. So look, at the end of the day, when it comes to protection with this case, look, I'm not going to say it's a great protector. It's not. It's very, very thin. It's very, very light. It's almost like a skin. but I did at least want to show you my experience with it and say that it does actually offer a little bit of drop protection. I'm quite certain that had I dropped this phone without a case, without this case on it, on the corner, like I did on that concrete, there would have been damage to the phone, at least some superficial damage to the outside of it, some scuffs or some scrapes. So it did actually protect the phone. It was a short drop. I would not recommend doing a drop test with your phone with this, anything higher than what I did on that day, but it does give you a little bit of protection. So for that grade, I'm actually going to give it a D. Next, I want to talk about the form factor of this case. The case fits very snugly around the phone, so no issues there. The cutouts are quite large on this phone, particularly at the top and the bottom, which I'm not sure if I love that style, but it definitely makes it easier to remove and put on the case, and we'll talk about that more here in a little bit. The attention to detail on the camera hump is really nice, and it is really easy to take in and out of a controller clip. Like seriously, it was like it was made for this. And all of the buttons and toggles on this phone are easy to get to and use even when you can't see them. So overall, I would say the form factor on this phone is very good, which is why I'm giving it an A-. So next up, we're going to be grading case application and removal. So putting it on, super easy. Taking it off, super easy. Gets an A. So next we're going to grade the style of the case. Look, it's a carbon fiber case. You either kind of like the style or you don't. One of the things that I do like about this kind of case is it doesn't really show fingerprints. A lot of the clear cases that are out there get really smudged up really easily. So one of the nice things about this is I rarely have to wipe it off. So style wise for this, I'm going to go ahead and give it an A-. Last but not least, I want to talk about the grippiness of the phone case. What I mean by grippiness is how well does it stay in your hand? Is it a really slick type of material, or is it more of a tacky material that is less prone to drops? Now, I admit it already, I did drop this thing the first day I had it, but I feel like that was more of the fact because it was the first day I had it. I wasn't really used to it yet, pulling it in and out of my pocket. I have not dropped it again since, so I feel like the grip is pretty good. It's not the tackiest grip I've ever had, but it's close, and it's not so grippy though that it pulls the lining out of your pocket when you take it out or anything like that. Overall, I feel like it's pretty good, and I'm going to give that grade a B+. So this is the part of the video where I would traditionally give a final grade for this product, and I will because I'm not going to chicken out on that. But honestly, the final grade on this product doesn't even matter because it really just boils down to a couple of things. The first thing is, if you're looking for a phone that offers great protection or offers, really good protection at a pretty reasonable price, this is not what you want. This is not what this case is made for. This case is not an OtterBox. It's not a life-proof case. This is not something that's made to withstand a lot of abuse. So if that's what you're looking for, then you can just go ahead and pass on this. However, if you're looking for a case that's stylish, and if you're looking for a case that doesn't ruin the form factor of your phone, and you don't mind spending $37, then I think this case is definitely a viable option. For my own personal case scenario, I will tell you, since I've gotten this case, and I showed you earlier briefly just how many cases I have for this phone, I have only taken this case off once since I've had it over a month ago. I took it off for one day, and I put it right back on. This is probably personally my favorite phone case I've ever had. Now, I've never had a carbon fiber phone case before. I don't know how much better it is than other carbon fiber phone cases, but I can tell you that I like the size of it, I like the grip of it, so I don't really drop it, and it offers me just enough drop protection that it makes me feel comfortable having it on as opposed to not having a case at all. So, I told you I would give it a final grade, and I'm going to give it a final grade of a B-, just because protection is an important factor on a phone, and because it's not the most protected, that does drop the score a little bit. But overall, if you're looking for a slim case, I can definitely recommend the Latercase. So, let me know your thoughts about the Latercase or phone cases in general, and if you have a case that you really, really like, please let us know down in the comments so we can learn from it. As always, I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Rando Tech Info signing out.